everyone. In the present video, I am going to explain error detection and correction concepts. So in the network, correction and detection concept is very important. Why? Because the transmitted data may be corrupted in the transmission medium. The data whatever is transmitted from the sender, the same data need to be received at the receiver side. So if it is not so, so I have to identify which particular bit or in which particular message the error has been occurred, and how we can detect which particular bit is modified at the receiver side and how we can correct it. So in the case of types of errors, we are having two types of errors. First is single bit error and other one is burst error. So single bit error, as the name specifies, we can observe that only one bit is modified at the receiver side. So that means the sent data is 00000010, and we can observe that at fifth location the bit is corrupted, and instead of 0, 1 is transmitted. So this type of error is called as single bit error. But in the case of burst error, more than one bit, that is two or more than two bits are corrupted at the destination. So if single bit is modified at the destination or at the receiver, so that is called as single bit error. And if more than one bit, that means two or more bits are corrupted at the destination, so such kind of error is called as burst error. So we can also compute the length of burst error. That means the distance or distance between the first corrupted bit to the last corrupted bit. So we can observe that in the second diagram, the first corrupted bit is 0 and the last corrupted bit is also 0. So what exactly the distance between first corrupted bit to the last corrupted bit, so which specifies the length of the burst error. So next concept is redundancy. The central concept in detecting or correcting errors is redundancy. To be able to detect or correct errors, we need to send some extra bits or data. So these redundant bits are added at the by the sender side, and those redundant bits can be removed at the destination. There are two main methods of error correction. Forward error correction is a process in which the receiver tries to guess the message by using redundant bits. So this is possible, as we see later, if the number of errors is small. Correction by retransmission is a technique in which the receiver detects the occurrence of an error and asks the sender to resend or retransmit. The next concept is coding. So redundancy can be achieved by by using some various coding schemes. The sender adds redundant bits to a process that creates a relationship between the redundant bits and the actual data. That means we are having some data m, to that we are adding some redundant data r, so that we can build some relationship between the redundant bit as well as the actual data. The receiver checks the relationship between the two sets of bits to detect and correct the errors. Using the redundant bit, the receiver can identify whether any kind of an error occurred or not. If the error is occurred, it will try to rectify or correct those errors. So we are having two types of coding schemes. First is block coding and the second one is convolution coding. So next concept is block coding. In the case of block coding, we divide our message into blocks, each of k bits, called as data word. After that, we will add r redundant bits to each block to make length n is equal to k plus r, where n is equal to code word, k is equal to data word, and r is equal to redundant bits. So we have a set of data words, each of size k, and set of code words, each of size n. With k bits, we can create combination of 2 power k data words. So in the process of error detection in block coding, we can observe that we are having the sender block and the receiver block. Initially, the sender will send a set of messages which is to be transmitted to the receiver. So that particular message will be divided into equally sized blocks and the individual blocks will be consisting of k bits. And after that the generator will add some redundant bits to the data word. So that means k plus r. So now we can create n bit code word or code word that is equal to data word plus redundant bit. So that code word will be transmitted via unreliable transmission, and at the receiver will receive the code word. So at the receiver side, the code word will be checked by the checker whether if the code word is valid, it will extract the respective data word. If it is not valid, it will discard the entire code word which is received at the receiver. So in the case of block coding, the receiver will accept only if the code word is valid at the destination side. So we'll take one example. Let us assume that k is equal to 2 and n is equal to 3. The table shows the set of data word and code word. So first I'll explain how we can design the code word or how we can get the code word. Suppose if you're having the data word as 0 0 and code word is 0 0 0, that means we have to maintain even number of ones in the code word part. So for example, the data word is 0 1 and the code word will be, I can just add one more one in order to maintain even number of ones, that is 2 ones in the code word. Similarly, data word is 1 0, I can add one more one so that I can maintain even number of ones in the code word. Similarly, last one already 1 1 we are having, so I can just add 0 in order to get the code word. But for example, if I'll take the second case. The data word is 0 1 and the code word is 0 1 1. The receiver receives the code word as 0 1 1 and it is valid code word. It is there in the table because it is there in the table, so that it is valid code word. The receiver extracts the data word 0 1. So it will just delete whatever the redundant bit we added, that is 1. It will delete that and it will extract the data word as 0 1. And the code word is corrupted during the transmission. Instead of 0 1 1, so 1 1 1 is received at the destination. So if 1 1 1 is received, so it will extract the last one, LSB1. So the remaining data word is 1 1 1 is received at the destination. So at that time it will check the table, but 1 1 1 is not at all valid code word and it will discard the code word as well as data word. So the last case 3, the code word is corrupted during the transmission and 0 0 0 is received. So it will check whether the code word is valid or not. It is valid, but in the transmission media, so it is corrupted. How many bits are corrupted? Instead of 1 1, the last 2 bits are 0 0. So this is valid code word and the receiver incorrectly extracts the data word as 0 0, but it is actually the data word should be 0 1. So that I can say that the 2 corrupted bits cannot be identified in this case. So an error detecting code can detect only the type of errors for which it is designed. Other types of errors may remain undetected. So if more than one bit is corrupted in the transmission, so we cannot identify or we cannot extract the exact data word from. So next topic is Hamming distance and errors. The Hamming distance between two words of same size is the number of difference between the corresponding bits. We show the Hamming distance between two words x and y as d of x comma y, and we can compute the Hamming distance by using XOR operation. So for example, if you are having the Hamming distance d of 0 0 0 comma 0 1 1, so that is equal to 2. Why? Because we can XOR between these two words, that is 0 XOR with 0 is 0, 0 XOR with 1 is 1, 0 XOR with 1 is 1. So this is the resultant of these two words. So now we can calculate how many number of ones are present in the result. So there are two number of ones present in the result, so that the Hamming distance is equal to 2. The Hamming distance between two words is the number of difference between the corresponding bits. So next is minimum Hamming distance. So we can compute the minimum Hamming distance between any two words or any group of words as d minimum is equal to s plus 1. So the next topic is linear block quotes. Almost all block quotes used today belongs to the subset called as linear block quotes. Minimum distance for block quotes. The minimum Hamming distance is the number of ones in the non-zero valid code word with the smallest number of ones. Next is parity check code. Parity check code is a linear block code itself. Here it uses k-bit data word which is changed to n-bit code word by adding n is equal to k plus 1. So one extra bit is added which is called as parity bit and is selected to make the total number of ones in the code word as even. So for example, we are having the simple parity check code C of 5, 4. So we can observe that the code word is tabulated and like 0000, 0001 and so on. The code word can be computed by adding one extra bit, that bit is called as parity bit, so that we can maintain even number of ones in the code word. So the first case is I can just add 0, so that anyhow I cannot add 1. So the condition here it is I have to maintain even number of ones. In the second case 0001 and the code word generated is 00011, so that there are two number of ones. Similarly 0010 I can just add 1 in order to maintain even number of ones and so on. So now we check the encoder and decoder for simple parity check code. So we can observe that there is a sender block as well as receiver block. The sender block is called as encoder and the receiver block is called as decoder. The sender block has the data word A0, A1, A2 and A3 and it will be passed into the generator. The generator function is to add the parity bit. The parity bit can be computed R0 is equal to A3 plus A2 plus A1 plus A0 modulo 2. If the number of ones is even, the result is 0. If the number of ones is odd, the result is 1. So after that, according to that, the parity bit will be added depending upon on the number of ones in the data word. So after adding the parity bit to the data word, so now we have our code word, and that code word will be transmitted through the unreliable transmission to the receiver. The receiver will receive the code word like B3, B2, B1, B0 and Q0. And that code word will be transmitted to the checker. So now checker will compute the syndrome S0 by using the equation B3 plus B2 plus B1 plus B0 plus Q0 modulo 2. If the syndrome S0 is a single bit value, if S0 is 0, there is no error identified in the code word. If the data is corrupted in the transmission medium, the syndrome value S0 will be equal to 1 and that syndrome will be transmitted to the decision logic, and the decision logic will decide whether to accept the data or discard the data. If the syndrome is 0, the decision logic will accept the data and it will extract the respective data word from the code word, and if the syndrome S0 is equal to 1, the decision logic will discard the data.